Hey heroes, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. Today we're looking at the First Men, and these are my 15 best beginner tips. Before we start, as always, support this channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and if any of these tips become obsolete, I'll capture them in the description below. Number 1. If any character's primary stat ever goes down to 0, they'll die. So you'll need to know early game, simple ways to remove fatal traits. You can remove fatal body by eating food, fatal mind by providing shelters to sleep, fatal heart can be removed with a bonfire, fatal soul is removed with a bathhouse, and fatal self is removed by entertainers. Number 2. Look out in your stockpile for gathering fruit, a consumable that when given to characters gives a free level up with 100 path points. Clicking on the gathering tree will show the progress until a new one will be available. Number 3. Wood, stone, and water are very important resources, and until there is a way to possibly give priority to passions and tasks, specialize characters by only choosing the minimum amount of passions, giving them the appropriate tools and perks that increases the amount gathered. Number 4. Start having babies early so you can have extra workers and shore up any gathering or crafting deficiencies. Use impregnation salves or give women the fertile passion perk through the nursemaid passion, which gives a 25% chance to become pregnant every son. Make sure you have a male caregiver whose tasks will be to teach infants, giving them a developing infant stack, which gives 15 path points each when they hit childhood at age 6. Number 5. Look out for passion perks that gives additional stacks of developing infant traits, such as efficient explainer or teaching. Don't dismiss personalities or passion perks that give experience, even if it's only like 1 for pampering. Leveling up a primary stat at level 1 only requires 7 experience, and each time you level a primary stat, it increases by 1. Number 6. Be on the lookout for good personalities like Comforter, which removes a random fatal trait off a settler when they finish sleeping, and Kind, which occasionally gives another player 10 path points and energy regeneration. Number 7. When leveling characters and giving them passions and passion archetypes, you can utilize their personal crafting box to see what new crafting options are available. Number 8. Remember when making certain characters collectors or gatherers to equip a tool that will increase the amount gathered. They may need 6 mind or 6 body to equip it, depending on the passion's primary stat. If they don't have the prerequisite primary stat, look out for personalities that give bonuses. Number 9. Placement matters. Place the appropriate gathering huts near the resource and be mindful to not place them on top of existing deposits, as it will automatically destroy them. Place nurseries in safe spots, which is typically in the middle of your base. The same goes with gardens too, as there will be critters that will be attracted and want to steal from them. Number 10. As a general rule of thumb, cooked food is always better than raw. Grilled food removes more fatal traits and gives stat experience from doing activities, while smoked food typically restores energy and gives path points. Number 11. If characters get stuck, add them to a party, draft, and then undraft them. If that doesn't work, sometimes you may need to move them when drafted. Once they're moving again, remove them from the party by right-clicking on their portrait when undrafted. Number 12. At the age of 52, your characters will start dying. With that in mind, when your characters are around 40 years old, start looking for a settler that can replace their passions, preferably earlier. Number 13. When a baby becomes a child at age 6, they will be able to level typically 1 to 2 times. Make sure, if they only have 1 level, to take a passion. If you don't do that, they will only have 1 way to gain path points, which is by making makeshift clubs, which is extremely slow and wasteful of resources, needing 50 crafted to level up. Only pick a personality on your first and only level if you have a gathering fruit that you want to give to them. Number 14. When in combat, select one party member, and you can tab quickly to switch to other characters to use their gear skills. You can also bring non-drafted members into combat by selecting them and then control right-clicking on the enemy. Number 15. Some weapons have special abilities that you can trigger either inside or outside of combat. Most of the time, they cost additional energy of a certain stat to trigger, but can make a big difference in combat. So those are my 15 best beginner tips to the First Men, a strategy simulation game by Gathering Tree. Let me know in the comments below what tips you'd give to beginners. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on the First Men, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.